YNW Melly. Let's get into YNW Melly. This case is, I think it's starting finally. I don't remember the date of when it starts, but
seems like a lot of cases is finally starting to kick in.
yeah, it
Nipsey Hussle
took 90 million years, but
damn.
YNW murder case detective says YNW Melly is more than likely the trigger man. That's gonna really ruin his life if that's the case. Let's go over the article. YNW Melly is still awaiting trial for the alleged double murder of his two friends. But according to the detective who worked the case, the Murder on My Mind rapper is more than likely considered the trigger man. According to TMZ Hip Hop, Detective Christopher Williams will be called to the stand as an expert witness, where he'll testify it's highly probable it was Melly and not co-defendant Cortland Henry who gunned down the 21-year-old Anthony Williams and 19-year-old Christopher Thomas in 2019. During the initial investigation into the murders, authorities determined Melly shot the two men and Henry staged the crime to appear like a drive-by shooting. Williams said he reconstructed the shooting by looking at the blood splatter from his crime scene and angles from which the two men suffered gunshot wounds. In his analysis, he determined the shooter was in the backseat of the vehicle behind the driver and opened fire no more than 8 inches from the victim's face. So imagine you're driving with your friends and your friend in the back of you just kills you.
8 inches from your face.
Yeah, and just in the back of you kills you. That just... Yeah.
Scarred for life.
I don't know if this is obviously we got to look into the case, but
Right.
Melly's defense team filed a motion to have Williams' testimony as an expert witness excluded from the trial, but was denied by the judge. So they tried to not get the detective to talk, the prosecutor to say that, but it was denied by the judge. In the judge's eyes, Melly's team got a chance to cross-examine Williams about his finding and discovery. So during an April court appearance, Melly was all smiles before posting the photos to his Twitter account claiming he'd be home this year. So we'll see.
He's pretty confident with that.
I mean, I'm sure his lawyers are trying to, get his spirits up. They're gonna try to, tell him the best news possible. You don't want your lawyer saying, "Hey, we're gonna lose this." You don't want a lawyer saying that.
If he says that, he won't have a
job anymore. They'll fire him. They'll get a different lawyer.
That'll look very bad for him too.
Yeah. So the lawyer is gonna make it all nice and be like, "Yes, we're gonna get you out of here. You're good. We know what we're doing."
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if they can prove it,
sucks if the lawyer is saying that, but he actually knows, like, goddamn, we're fucked. No way.
That's why I can never be a lawyer. Morally, for me, it would be impossible. Like, my morals would play too much into it. I couldn't defend somebody that I knew that was guilty, that actually murdered somebody. I would haunt me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's tough being a lawyer, man. I don't know how they really do it. It's crazy. But
now, if it's a smaller
job, man.
If it's a smaller crime,
everybody needs a lawyer.
Yeah, if it's a smaller crime, somebody steals some like chocolate, and I know he did it. I don't care. I'll defend him for that. It's like, whatever. It's a piece of chocolate.
It's just candy, man.
And they try to sentence him crazy time for it. I'll be like, you know what? Even if you did steal it, we're going to try to get you out of this. But murdering, taking somebody's human life, there's really no way I can defend that. Rape, I can't defend that. Child, obviously, child, whatever things relating to child, I can't defend that.
But I think as a lawyer, you don't need to take these cases.
I mean, isn't the lawyers like criminal lawyers? There's criminal lawyers. There's specific.
Oh yeah, there's
Exactly.
So you're actually going for.
Yeah, you have to go for a specific one for the most part. So
true. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, if I went for lawyer, I'd be like an entertainment lawyer where I deal with lawsuits of like music. Right. This song got copyrighted. I got to go in court, and that's I would be fine with doing those type of things. But criminal lawyer, nah, I couldn't see myself defending somebody that I even potentially thought was actually did it. Because some of these lawyers, they be bullshit, man. I watched some of these interviews.
Oh, yes.
Like, my client did not do it. Like, bro, your client did this. You're just saying that because you're mad you lost the case and you're defending somebody that was guilty and you knew. These lawyers be bullshit, man. There's no way you don't believe certain things, man. It just doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
All the lawyers that defended O.J. Simpson years down the line said he actually did it. We just defended him because he was paying us money. We made it perfect.
Yeah, it's all a money game.
They knew he did it. And the whole world knows he did it.
Lawyers, courts, everything. Money game.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson even wrote a book saying, "If I killed her." Like, come on, bro. Like, you killed that whole case is. I remember watching the 30. If you've never seen the 30 for 30 when it comes to O.J. Simpson, the ESPN documentary, 30 for 30 O.J. Simpson. It's called O.J. Made in America. It's probably one of the greatest documentaries I've ever seen relating to murder in sports ever in my life. So I would definitely recommend.
Is that the one you showed me that I watched?
Yeah, it's a while
Really?
ago. It came out like
Yeah.
2018,
It's a
2019.
pretty long one.
Yeah, it's 5
Or
parts, an hour each.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that was good.
very fucking good.
They did a
The
good
way
job on that.
that's what I want my
Way
documentaries
they-
to be like. They literally
Everything was on point.
they brought like they started out with who is O.J. Simpson. They showed him growing up,
Yeah.
becoming this huge football star, getting married, having an afterlife, becoming this afterlife. What I mean by that is like quitting, being done with sports, and then having a second career, becoming a big actor, becoming a good brand endorser, all this stuff. White people loving and black people, because back then it was black athletes didn't get as much love as regular white athletes. Back then it was more not segregated, but it was more like it was rarer for black athletes to have brand deals and all this stuff. So he was breaking those barriers.
Right.
Same with Michael Jackson, he was doing his own thing, breaking barriers. But at the time, that it showed all that, and just the way it did it was perfect, man. Like that's the type
Very
of documentary, a level
Yeah.
that I want to definitely get to at one point. So, we'll keep our eye on YNW Melly, and if he was a trigger man, it's a wrap for him. Such a talented artist, but I don't care if you kill 2 people.